everyone is constantly asking you to do things and you agree, even if you don't feel like saying yes, but you will say yes anyway, because that's who you are. People don't respect you because that's what you're allowing them to do. You have no boundaries in your life. Is that how your life is like? Do you want to live your life like that? The rest of your life like that? No. It's very important that we all have boundaries in life. Because for me, a life without boundaries is like a life without direction. So we have to change that. And today, I will be talking to you about what can we do, or what can you do to set boundaries in your life. Welcome to Rise and Elevate with 𝒂𝒕'𝒔. My name is 𝒂𝒕'𝒔. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back home. This is our family. We are a small family here where we support each other to grow in confidence and also to shift the mindset of where we might have maybe felt like we can't say no. Now we are saying yes, we can do lots of things. We are gaining confidence in ourselves, and also we are breaking through the limitations that we might have in life. So we are here to support each other, and also we are learning to set boundaries in life. So welcome, and I hope you can join us and be part of this family. So today, I really just want us to talk about something that is very important to me. This is not going to be a long video. It's going to be a very short video, but it's something that is very important to me. The boundaries. Why am I talking about boundaries? Considering I'm the one person who never had boundaries in my life until I was nearly 45, and I'm sitting here today talking about boundaries. I want to say to you, I learned the hard way, and I wish somebody sat me down years ago and explained to me, sorry, I've got a fly here. I wish somebody sat me down and explained to me that boundaries are very important. But I wasn't lucky to have those people who sit me down and talk about boundaries. So I really want us to talk about boundaries and to go into details. Over the next few days, I will be doing a series which will be consisting of 4 sections where we are talking about boundaries. But firstly, before I talk about that, do we even know what are boundaries? Because I didn't have boundaries in my life. I didn't know what boundaries are. So what do you think boundaries are? For me, it's like now, since I have matured and gained the understanding of why boundaries are important, I see them as those personal limits that you set, just define what you will accept in your life and what you will not tolerate. I'm sure every person should have those in their life where you know that, okay, I will accept this, but I will not accept it. It can be emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever way, in any form of relationship. It can be a relationship with your siblings, a relationship with your husband, your partners. We need to, even with our employers, we need to have those boundaries where we know that, okay, I will accept this, but I will not tolerate this. So that's what I think boundaries are. So you think about your personal circumstances. Do you think boundaries are important for you? I will say boundaries are important for any person, because it's about setting those limits to say, don't cross this line. And those people who are around you will be able to know that's okay. This is how we have to treat 𝒂𝒕'𝒔. And this is what we shouldn't do. This is what we can do. This is how we can talk to 𝒂𝒕'𝒔. This is how we shouldn't talk to 𝒂𝒕'𝒔. I did not have boundaries. So people were talking to me, they were saying whatever they want to say. And I was just okay with it. And for me, later on I realized that, you know what, as much as I thought I was helping to create peace, I was not happy. I was making peace for other people, but I was the one who was not happy. I was feeling guilty if I have to say no. But that's not the life that I wanted to live. So this week, we will be looking at like 4 things. Firstly, why are boundaries important? We need to look at why boundaries are important. Like today I'm saying, boundaries are important. Why are boundaries important? Because they will set all those limits. I will be going into details why boundaries are important. Because it's also about your self-respect. You setting those boundaries, you say, no, I'm not tolerating this. You are not talking to me like this, and I'm not doing this. So this will be part 1, why boundaries are important. And part 2, the signs that you need boundaries in your life. So I will be able to talk you through how you will be able to recognize if you need boundaries in your life. For example, if you're constantly saying yes to everybody. I was like that. I always felt really bad when I said no. I thought that made me a really bad person, being disrespectful when I say no. So this week we will be talking about that, the signs that you really need boundaries in your life. And part 3, we will be talking about what happens when you start setting boundaries. And I tell you from experience, people change around you, and people say things when you start setting boundaries, but we will go into details. Because people don't like to see you being clear that I'm not accepting this. Even if it's your partner, or it can be a family, if you start putting boundaries in place, people will start saying things like, oh, she thinks she is better. She thinks she knows everything. Who do you think you are to be telling us no? I will go into details with you about what's happened when you start saying no. And when you start saying, I'm not going to tolerate this. When you start saying, you're not going to talk to me like this. Because people won't like it. And you'll notice the changes. So just for me, this video is about getting you ready about the importance of boundaries and what to expect when you start setting boundaries in life. And then part 4, we will talk about setting boundaries without feeling guilty. I'm guilty. I used to feel so bad when I say no. When I say I'm sorry, I'm not doing that, I'll be like, I will want to take myself to bed because my heart will be pounding. Why did I say no? Because no is being disrespectful. But you know what? We have to learn not to feel guilty. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to set limits, because that's a way of self-respect. So we need to be here and support each other to set those boundaries without feeling guilty. And I will be here with you. I have set boundaries in my life. And I'm not going to lie and say, in the beginning it was easy. I didn't feel guilty. You know what? There were times when I was crying myself to bed because I've said no on something. Because I thought, you know what? I was the baddest person in the whole world. How can I say no? How can I be that disrespectful? But you know what? This is my life and this is your life. You need to live your life the way you want to live your life. Set boundaries without feeling any guilt, and stand in confidence and say, I am really sorry, I'm not able to do that, and I'm not going to do it. It's not about, setting boundaries is not about being rude and talking to people like in a rude way. No, still be yourself, but be clear of where you stand and let those around you know where they stand. So please join me this week. It's going to be a very interesting week. I'll be sharing my experiences about what boundaries I've set in my life, but I will also be helping you. Let's help each other, and we can do this. So join me over the next few days. Thank you. I will see you again soon. So in the comment section, please type, I am ready to set boundaries.